As we all know, since the world ground to a halt in March 2020, many professions have suffered. But one you might not have considered is the plight of Class A drug dealers. Cocaine dealers, to be specific. They're having trouble getting supplies because most of the cocaine in the UK either comes from or through Colombia. But because of all the travel restrictions, it's harder to move. But nonetheless, some drug dealers are making good money, up to £200 a gram, by going to gentrified middle-class areas and telling their customers that their cocaine is ethically sourced. There is nothing ethical about the cocaine industry. It's responsible for a huge amount of deforestation in South America. The cartels murder hundreds of innocent people every year when they're not too busy shooting at rival cartels or the police. And then when the cocaine gets to the UK, it's taken over by gangs who are responsible for shootings, stabbings and county lines business. Nonetheless, I have a sort of grudging respect for any drug dealer that can go to one of his more well-to-do customers and convince them that if Waitrose sold narcotics, they'd be like this. And cocaine use is so synonymous with the British middle and upper middle classes, I'm surprised there hasn't been a story about it on The Archers. If you're from outside the UK, The Archers is a long-running radio-based soap opera, and I despise it because it's so fucking twee. Nonetheless, it would work. At the end of one episode, we could hear a character say, "Brian, we're off down to Grey Gables. Do you fancy getting charlied up?" And I could easily imagine a Friday night in a big house at the end of a posh cul-de-sac where Kevin and Barbara are having some friends round. And at some point in the proceedings, one of the guests would say, "Does anyone fancy a line? But by the way, now we only buy fair trade Coke." If you've ever bought fair trade coffee, then you'll notice that often on the label there's a picture of the farmer who grew that coffee. Is this the future of drug dealing? Middle-class drug users will buy a clear plastic packet with the powder of their choice in it, and on that packet will be a picture of, say, Pablo Hernandez standing there smiling, gripping his AK-47 in front of a pile of villagers he's just murdered. But you'd need another photo as well, that of the drug mule, because that would be nice. As you sat there on a summer's evening, rolling up a £20 note and sorting out a neat line, you could look at the face of the person who brought your drugs through customs with them up their arsehole. What is going on with the world? There's no common sense anymore. We're halfway through 2021 and we've got drug dealers selling woke coke. As ever, thanks for watching. There'd be a picture of there, fucker. Juan Hernandez. No, fuck it, I'll say Pablo. Synonymous with British middle and upper middle class. Just realised I drive a Mini Cooper S with a private plate and my wife's foreign. That's fucking middle class. Drug dealing. You could, but not you. You don't buy drugs. More well to fuck off, cunt. That's the don't fucking be doing that. Walking around a nature reserve shouting about cocaine.